1993, 1994, back-to-back champion for breakdancing, right, Avenger?
Of my local high school. That's exactly what Calaris is trying to push for. That's a good storyline. But we are going to be ready with Sanhok. I'm super, super excited for this one here. It's going to be our last cast of the day and the third game overall. After this, we'll have only 3 more games to go, which is going to be covered, of course, by our fantastic casters, John, Allen, and Blank. We are going to be going from the east towards the west, and the guys are going to be jumping out of the plane where they're going to be seeing fit. But I'm looking forward to these hot drops that we're potentially going to be seeing here. So.
Yeah, and on the first game that we got a chance to cast today, we're talking about how these 3 games were going to be setting the tone, right? And they have definitely set a huge tone, and that is that the bottom teams are trying to move up. Yeah, they might not be able to make it to the top 5, but they are trying to move up because at the end of the day, there is a prize pool. They are trying to get a little bit more money into their pocket, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be pushing for that even more, which is going to, I feel like it's going to make it even tighter on the top 5.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And a really hot circle here that we have all the rivers in play. We don't know if we're going to go north, west, east, or south. And of course, thank you to Sony Xperia for being our official smartphone partner here for the PMWI for 2022. And of course, we're going to be seeing our teams jumping in. But we are in the Stalwart Regan.s fight inside the Lobster here in boot camp. The question is, who's going to be winning this one?
And I mean, yesterday, I don't remember who got a chance to win it. I think it might have been RSG, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure you'll get a chance to correct me, Avenger. But this is going to be a huge fight. I mean, this is teams that are currently in the top 5, actually first place and 4th place. And if I'm Team Falcons, I'm just going to be so happy that this is going on, as well as Vampire Esports. Overall, they're playing it slow. They're playing it patient. And I'm going to end up looking towards the top of the mountain. Yeah, I don't see Team Soul. Remember, Team Soul tried to surprise. I think it was Star Wars Esports, if I'm not mistaken, that actually got the win on that Sanhok yesterday. If not, it was RSG. I can't remember which one out of the 2 it was that actually got the win here on the bootcamp drop. But right now, I think they're learning their lessons because they are playing it a lot slower than they did yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see what is going to be happening in this one here. The question is, who survived this one? Again, as you were pointing out, it is 2 of our top teams that is fighting in this situation here, and that is not a good situation for them, of course. The question is, who comes out on top?
It was actually RSG. RSG ended up winning this fight, and they ended up getting a 5th place and 11 Ilum. So a lot can happen to this. We do see some fights going on the horizon, but I feel like this is definitely one of the most important fights. You see RSGC trying to find a player from Star Wars Esports, and you best believe as soon as this player starts getting knocked, some of the other teams might try to pounce on it and try to third-party it. And that's exactly what Team Soul is doing. You can't really see them on your screen right now, but instead of that, they have realized what kind of circle they have, and they are currently rotating towards the south mountain of Bootcamp.
All right, Peter, what can you make happen here? Vaz finds TJB, as you see in our elimination feed action. Getting a bit of action here. The question is, does Stalwarts try to stay inside this bigger building here, the so-called Lobster, or do they just try to make something else happen? They are trying to push onto Pika, as you see here. Again, really closely knitted together as a team. Pika on the very top of this 3-story. And, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, with Pika being there, he's going to at least be able to relay a lot of information in regards to where he's hearing footsteps, so that's going to be able to help them out. But I'm currently looking at Team Soul. I was talking about the rotation that they're making it to the south of Bootcamp, and that rotation is fully done. They're currently going to be setting themselves up, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking forward to trying to third-party something out of this. But you know what? There is some illums happening, and it is 52 Esports getting some illums on TJB EU.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a rough situation for this one here. I really want to see the teams prioritize on getting into a good position. Maybe sometimes you can have these teams that are holding some of the bridges on the west side now that we have all the rivers of Sanhok in play. Pika on the top, half HP. He does have a DPS though. Calaris' favorite gun. It's the only thing he can hit anything with.
Hey. I have potato aim too, so I also try to use the shotguns, and I'm going to be honest, I even can't hit anything with the DBS, so it's kind of sad.
GC Can he make a dream happen here, or what is going on? Back to back, though, they are holding a very strategical, important point in the circle here, the very dead center of this circle. Soul, again, in this situation where they're peeking over and getting the information that we're getting out of boot camp, potentially could be gatekeeping either Stalwart or Regan, whoever comes out on top for this one.
And I think this is perfect for Team Soul. Just wait it out, see what's going to happen, and see if you're going to be able to third party. And I can see that they have some players that are anchored, looking at what back-to-back is going to be doing. We have seen circles that goes to that trifecta area where the three rivers kind of meet. So perfect location here from Team Soul, and it comes down to who is going to make action happen here between Stalwart Esports and RSG.
Yeah, and the question is RSG going to be able to win it again? Regan's with the top situation last time. Stalwart going out early, and that would be rough for Stalwart. You know, they are on top right now. They are maintaining a good spot. And if they can further that lead right now, down to Falcons, down to Vampire, and Reckons themselves too, they could defend this top spot. We have some swimmers out early on in this situation. It is Damonkia that are swimming across. They're trying to get in onto the small northwestern island, the Alpha Island.
And I think Pika's kind of lucky right now because with the angle that Team Soul is doing, he's not going to get pushed. I mean, there is some of his teammates here, and as I said, that Action being able to get the first knock, and he's going to get the finish. This is going to be the opening that Stalwart Esports needs. You can see Action moving into action, trying to push forward, and Team Soul is just waiting up there. You can see he's going to move up closer. Pika being at the top, if he is going to try to make a move, he needs to be careful with Team Soul. They're currently just eyeing him. They know that he's there. He needs to watch out for a third party. Here we go, Action cooking the nade. Is he going to do it? He decides to back off a little bit, waiting for his teammates to get there. He's going to try to go for it again. If they got some more nades, this might be one of the perfect nades. Oh,
cooked.
A bit too much.
All right, Pika still half HP, means no. Oh, that's some good shots now. Action with the DPS coming in, taking one down, taking Lightning down, one of the top players from Regan's. And now we're just down to 2 players. What can Double D do in this situation?
Pika does make the push down. We do see some DPS. Who's going to be able to get this knock? GC is still alive. He might end up getting third party. He does end up getting third party there from Team Soul, I believe, and RSG is eliminated. Team Soul, Hector, and Action actually being able to get some knocks and some elims there, at least at 1 point for their team.
Yeah, it's really important for Stalwart to keep on and maintain. They get the points, 3 points for this. Also manage to stay alive. This circle could go their way. We could still see a bootcamp ending in this situation here, so that is super important for them. And also, Regan's could be losing some of those placements on the leaderboard. They could be going down if we have the teams that are chasing have a good game in this one. Falcons on screen. They have lost a player. You see 4 rivals in the distance, Pemberu and Jumper as well.
Yeah, and with Team Falcons, I'm intrigued to see what they're going to be doing here. They might be going for a heal-off, which is usual. Is usual to see here in Sanhok, but it might benefit him, if I'm being honest, with the way they're currently located, with the way the circle is playing.
Yeah, exactly. And the circle is closing in. The big question is again, where are we going to end up here? There's a slightly bigger chance that we're going to go up on the Charlie Island or the southwestern one. Question is, where do we end up? I'm really hoping we're going to see, you know, a center circle that all the islands are still going to be in play.
I was going to say, I love seeing that replay because we got a chance to see how Pika was able to just push down, and he was waiting for the right moment, and he did so. And the team with Action being able to get that first knock, being able to get that first elim, big, just the chemistry. It goes to show the chemistry that that team has. Everybody knew as soon as they got that knock, just make that push. And now, which circle are we going to end up getting here?
Oh, my God.
And it's going to be unknown. I feel like my toxic trait is going to come out. I want to see some water.
We're loving the water that is in this one for sure. Vampire already sitting up pretty good. Still a bigger chance for it to go south, but we could see a center circle again for this one. But Vampire looking really strong for this one. They are currently trying to get back to the level that we've seen from them. You know, they do right now have the record of most points made in just a single game. 39 points, 24 eliminations in the very first game of the tournament. And the question is, can they maybe make another good one. I don't feel like we're going to see it on Sanhok. Sanhok is often a situation where we see so many teams fighting out in the blue. It's very linear when we're looking at how many teams are getting elimination points. It's often very spread out across.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that. And I also feel like it's just so hectic. It doesn't really give you the time to engage with the team because you're going to have to worry about that third party. The map is definitely a lot smaller, which is going to allow those third parties to be a lot faster. And if you're not able to finish the team, I would say within at least a minute and a half to 2 minutes, you know somebody's listening out there and somebody's creating some kind of angles. Like, I mean, we just saw it perfectly. We saw what happened with Team Seoul during the fight of RSG and Star Wars Esports. They were able to get at least one Ilum out of that fight.
Yeah, and here on screen we have a ton, and Box could potentially be fighting. But the question for me is, some of the teams that have been looting, you know, Sami and some of these far-away destinations, have they been able to get, 25 first aids and are in the circle right now? They could be getting a pretty damn good spot to set up a healing strategy. A ton looking like they want to defend this high ground and potentially try to get some of the elimination points that are sitting down in the compound that the Bucks are currently. And we see back-to-back is still gatekeeping one of the bridges. We have Morph on screen, also just in the southeastern eastern edge. And the guys from Indonesia, they're obviously trying to push themselves further up the leaderboard. Right now in 7th place, 103 points, within striking distance of the top 5. And obviously they want to try to get it and push themselves further into this situation.
Yeah, I think they might be able to. And another team that's currently being a little bit quiet is going to be Enigma Galaxy. By the way, while we're at it, complete daily missions to earn points. And once enough points are accumulated, tap on rewards icons to claim the corresponding reward.
And of course, you can participate in the event solo or with your team. And you can do both things, and you could easily get the rewards if you're playing with your teammates.
Yeah, and talking about teams, I mean, between August 4th and August 13th, all users in the region of the top 3 teams will have a chance to win a prize maximum of 1 award per user. And during that same span, between August 4th and August 13th, I'll tell you in a bit, because guess what? Damwon Kia wants to get into an action. And talking about action, I did see Box Gaming knocking one of the players from Team Seoul.
Yeah, exactly. They are utilizing the box formation and really trying to get into a good situation for this one. But Damwon Kia on the high ground, they have the circle that are pushing away. Multiple of them is outside the circle currently, and that's a rough situation. We really want to see them come in. Circle is closing very shortly. We are going to see a new circle pop just very soon. And as you see on the map, they are on the top right now outside the zone. They could move in through and towards Camp Alpha and get closer to Vivo Keat Stars. But they are setting up a really good breach camp. I'm kind of hoping for this to go north. That'll be a fantastic, really toxic one. That's the one you love. Yeah, I can just hear yes. Oh, it actually goes north. Oh, my God. Send us up on Vivo Keat Stars. Cielo, Diego, and the boys, they are going to be really happy about this one. But I want to point this out here. Action is currently 1,000 damage ahead of third place. Lightning just close by for this one, too.
And while we're looking at that, I mean, if we look at this map, look at Team Falcons. They're so far away from this, and it's going to be very, very hard for them to actually rotate into that circle. So I think they might try to go for that heal strat.
Super impressive with the eliminations as well. In their 30s, Action and Lightning is currently. And as you see on the minimap, so many teams are moving. We can see 52 with a huge macro transition from the northeast and trying to get onto the northern side of the island. Also, boats are going to be used. It's Vampire. They're trying to pick up everybody. Fluke picked up quite fastly. Schweppes is going to go across quickly, try to get some of this really, really important real estate. Now, Enigma Galaxy sees them. They could potentially get some points out of this one. Schweppes does run out. It's really far distance shots here. Again, we could be talking potentially above those 400 meters close to it that we currently have for the Eagle Eye reward. The 5,000 extra dollars we can have from this one. Super impressive. To be able to knock players 400 meters away is absolutely insane.
Yeah, and I think Enigma Galaxy decided, you know what, let's not even take a shot. He might have been able to take a shot, but just nothing was going to come out of it, and they are going to try to take a shot on that player that is swimming. As Raouf almost getting knocked himself from Vampire Esports. They're far away, but I think they might actually want that extra 5K.
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing here from Schweppes in that situation, right? You are the one taking that first transition over and on the boats to make sure that the other guys can swim across safely. So he does protect them, shooting a little bit here towards Enigma Galaxy. Istanbul Wildcats on screen. It's Lux taking some shots towards Stalvat. Action is half HP, as you see in the distance. Also really far here with the 4xM4. He has 4 grenades. That's a lot of utility. And we see a level 3 helmet on one of the players as well. 3 vests onto Pika. 55% damage reduction rather than the 40 that the level 2 vest offers. And a little bit more durability. Top finds one of the Istanbul Wildcat players, and that's super unfortunate. We hear our colleagues from next door, the Turkish guys, go, ooh, that is not good. That could potentially mean that our top leader right now could be pushing them.
Yeah, it could be, and you can see Wildcats, though, keeping a very close eye here on what Star Wars Esports is going to be doing. Virtual Gaming Squad having one player knock. They are currently outside in the gas, and 52 Esports getting spotted.
Oh!
They are going to get knocked by blowing up the car. Gaddafi being able to get that knock. He's going to be able to secure that Ilum, I'm sure, but I think they are going to let the player that is down from VGS just... if I'm them, I'm going to say sorry. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to be able to pick you up.
Exactly. Next circle's popping. As you see on the map here, a lot of the circles has gone west, so the mass majority of the pressure is coming in on the east. You see how many teams that is on that edge right now. Many teams are moving in. Falcons is one of them, as 7 is pointing out here to me. Virtual Gaming Squad on the northern side. Also, TJB trying to move in. Oh my god, that is the wildest northwestern shift I've seen in ages. We end up going to the North Island, the Camp Alpha Island here. Damwon Kia looking really good. Vampire looking really good, and Vivo Keat Stars are looking really good here in this next circle.
Yeah, Vampire Esports is going to be so happy with this, especially considering that Invitational is going to be across the river, and that might be able to get some shots and also eliminate that team. Keep in mind, these are teams that are currently fighting within those top 5s. Vampire Esports is currently in 3rd place, and Invitational is just knocking on the door of the top 5 there in 6th place. You can see back-to-back trying to find a way to bridge this. Star Wars Esports players, they need to hurry because I do see some Team Soul players coming up behind them. And remember, we saw already what Team Soul can do when they third party. They're going to be able to eliminate some people. And here you go. Top, make the push. Is back-to-back going to be able to capitalize on any of this? I do like that Molotov there from Action being able to stop them.
More utility usage. No, but they are closing off the potential peaks that he could be peeking around, right? So you're denying... accessibility to go out and push that. Now smokes are being deployed to Stalwart, while we see in the elimination feed that Morph is taking a lot of hits in this situation.
And something that I saw right there, as Action decided to move up, he did let go of his healing, and he gave it to his other teammates, so I think they might actually end up going with the heal up. Top gets knocked as well. Kill Switch being able to get the knock. Pika, 13.
Last player.
Yeah, I mean... that was a great play from them, but I think he wants these Ilums, and that's exactly what he's going to go for right now. There you go. If you can get the X points, just go for it. And I think at that point, he's going to decide to slow it down. And I was talking about Team Soul being able to third party. Well, guess what? Team Soul is going to do just that, and they're going to eliminate back-to-back from North America.
And that's a really interesting one, right? Because he could potentially go up and take some more of those first aids that back-to-back had. So he could get even more of those 13 first aids that he has already, potentially go all the way up to 20. Question is, how deep can he take this one here for Stalwart and Pika? Right now, Falcons on screen, Yusuf there too. Now Morph here with a potential fight against 4 rivals. Frenzy takes some shots, really good shots to get. That is a nice finish off to another point secured for Morph. Currently on 7th place, 103 points. They are one of these teams chasing. They really need these points.
Morph. I mean, wow, that was some shots right there, and I think he knows that there is going to be some other players there from 4 Rivals trying to go for it. The player from 4 Rivals does have 16 medkits. Can he do it? You see Hector there from Team Soul getting knocked by Atani Esports, and you saw Atani Esports also getting knocked by Enigma Galaxy. There's just going to be some absolute madness here. Vivo Keat, Team Soul X-Shot, can he actually get knocked here? Oh, I think he's the one that's currently doing the heal off for Team Soul, and he needs to be careful because Choco knows exactly where he's at. Choco's not going to be able to heal himself up, but I think Ashad is able to get the knock there on Team... Oh, he got the knock on Choco, and that's going to be another point if he's able to confirm that for Team Soul.
VGS fighting Istanbul Wildcats currently. See Vivo Keat on screen here with Bucks fighting 2. Potentially later, they are cross side of the roads, but they're going to be advancing in this situation. Virtual Gaming Squad. Oh, that's a little bit of damage coming through. Break taking a little bit of damage on the level 3 vest in that situation. The UMP in hand. Can we see some more pushes? But a lot of... I see so many solos out of the blue. I see at least 4 solos on the blue trying right now to heal. Falcons gone out in 12th place. 0 eliminations. That's going to be a rough run here for the 3rd game of the day here at PMWI in Riyadh.
That is going to be a big one for them because, I mean, Star Wars Esports already has some points. And you can see, oh, Goblin gets eliminated there from Box Gaming. Box Gaming trying to work their way up. They are currently in 11th place, trying to make it to the top 6, and they are going to be going up against Vivo Key. These are two teams that are actually need this points. Vivo Key is above Box Gaming in regards to the leaderboard. Can they actually do something here? Here comes the shot. Box Gaming, trust me, being able to knock down Gremlin. Adrian, the MVP out of that squad. Can he do anything? He's going to get spotted. Oh, just barely in time, and this saves him because a lot of the other teams are looking at this fight. Can this grenade connect with anybody? And he's not going to be able to connect with anybody there. Overall, though, Cielo still alive from Vivo Key as well.
Good shots.
Adrian, can you get out of this alive? And he is going to be able to.
McGrillen gone down too, and this is just Vivo Key down to Cielo and Adrian. Adrian had a Groza in hand, and now Box has to heal this off. The next circuit did go north, so VG is looking good. They're taking a fight right now with Damwonkia. Forrest gone down really low. He's 2 or 3 HP left after that grenade. So Forrest has to try to heal this off. Virtual Game Squad still 4 alive. But Daffy finds Forrest with that nade. That's super important. Pika gone down to play zone. That's impressive with the amount of first aids that he had.
Yeah, and with that, even though Star Wars Esports was eliminated, they did end up with at least 6 points for their elimination. So that's going to be big for them because remember, Team Falcons, the team that's currently chasing them for the second place, did end up getting 0 points. Here we go, Vampire Esports. Talk about the top 3. This is a team that's also trying to chase. If they can win this game, it's going to be a massive change on the leaderboard. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking forward. Stone almost getting knocked by Vivo Cielo. And he's able to just barely get away. He needs to heal up, and he needs to be careful because Box Gaming is still behind him. Then one Kia, Omba, currently with the heal off too. So many teams currently trying out this heal off. And Virtual Gaming Squad, even though they have been a little bit quiet, guess what? They still have all their 4 players up.
Stone trying to secure more points for Vampire. That is 4 for them so far. Chilla gone down to Trismi. Box advancing in that 7th place for Vivo Keed. Stars and 1 elimination point only gone for them. Ooh, Wildcats finds 1. Box goes down in 6th place with 5 eliminations. So now let's see what Wildcats can get out of this. Shots are coming in from Stone. Lux did not realize that it was that angle he was getting shot from.
Yeah, and Vampire Esports, as I mentioned earlier, if they can secure some extra points here too, that's going to be big. And then one Kia as well.
Only 1 point for 1 elimination for Damwonkia. That's huge as well in terms of the overall leaderboard. Virtual Gaming Squad looking really good in this situation here. They have 4 guys strong. They have 8 eliminations currently, and they're going up against Vampire that has 6 eliminations and only 3 players strong. Again, we have been talking about so many times they have this 4-player advantage. The question is, can Vampire Esports turn this one around here? Can the guys from Thailand make the dream happen?
And as you say that, Ravenclaw is able to get the knock right there on Yavaz from Virtual Gaming Squad. And now, it's even now. Here comes the Molotovs. They're going to be trying to control where Virtual Gaming Squad players are going to go. And guess what? Another knock. Faluji being able to get the knock. He lays down. He does get knocked by Stone. Can Vampire Esports clutch this up? They currently do have the numbers. You can see Gaddafi right there. The only man standing for Virtual Gaming Squad trying to clutch it up for them. Stone with the grenade cooking it. Can he get it? There you go!
Vampire Esports!
Talk about a nade. Vampire Esports, our last game that we're going to be able to cast, and what a way. I cannot wait to see what the leaderboard is going to